about that is that, guys, this is an expectation around here now. So y'all just get used to it. I don't need standing ovation. These guys, and a lot of these are young guys. We're going to be back, and that's the exciting part. What I'm going to do is I'll actually finish at the end. I'm going to let a couple of these guys, or all these guys, come up. And look, I told them that some of them may want to talk more than others. But look, I've been up here, so an opportunity for them to come up. I want you to just put a name to a face. I want them to spend 30 seconds to a minute just telling you what this season means to them or what this university means to them. Literally 30 seconds to a minute. That's all I need. And then I'm gonna let Coach Williams and Coach Collins say a few things, and I'll come back at the end and visit with you guys. By the way, on that Carlos Blackman onside kick, that's one of those where, as a coach, you're going, go down, no, go score. You know, that's a crazy deal. I mean, because you're taught on an onside kick to get on top of it, get in the fetal position. Well, Carlos, apparently, according to some of these guys, made a prediction. I think he said on the sideline, I'm about to crib this. And he literally did it. So what a great cap to the 2019 regular season as we continue to push forward. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't just bring seniors because this team is so mixed bag with ages and just where they're at in their journey here at UCA. So I've got a senior, I've got 2 juniors, I've got a sophomore, and I got 2 freshmen here, true freshmen. So I got all sizes and spots. And what I'll do right now is I'm going to bring them up one at a time and let you put a name to a face and see how cool these guys are, because they put a lot of time and effort into not only this championship but just representing you guys as a university and as an athletic department to the best of their abilities. So I'm going to start out first with the senior Juan. Why don't you go? And I believe Juan, actually, here's a cool stat about Juan. He just finished his regular season as 3rd straight year leading us in tackles. So give him a hand on that. Not only that, but he's set to graduate in 2 weeks too. So awesome day.
My name is Juan Jackson. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a health education major. Like Coach said, I graduate in a couple weeks here. And like Coach said, it's definitely an expectation for us to come out and win every week. We want to leave a tradition of going to the playoffs and keep building on what we've done here in the past couple of years that I've been here. So I'm just proud to be a Bear. Thank all of y'all for all of y'all support and all y'all do for us behind the scenes and whatnot. But I appreciate y'all, and go Bears.
I don't know. I don't have stats to back this up, but someone to lead a team in tackles for 3 straight years. I don't know how many times that's been done, but probably not many. Just a special player. We're going to miss him. One of our bell cow leaders on defense. Should be a first team all conference selection again this year. It's a 2-time first team all conference selection. So he could be the 3rd one, but coming tomorrow. So next guy I'm going to bring up is Jack Short, tight end. He's a junior, and he's one of our best characters based on his look on the team. So I'm going to let him visit with y'all for a second.
I'm Jack Shore. I'm from Bentonville, Arkansas, but Northwest Arkansas, and I'm an innovation and entrepreneurship major here, and I can't tell you, I can't thank you guys enough for everything you guys do for us, because I come from Bentonville being a very winning town, and it's a very big football atmosphere, and you don't expect to come to a college and really feel at home like that again, and that's all I felt here. I came in as a freshman, played as a freshman, and one thing I came in here and I knew is, dang, UCA knows how to win football games, and that's the atmosphere here. And you guys help us out with all of that and are just amazing behind the scenes with it. But man, it's been a great season, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done. And we got about 4 more football games to win.
Cool fact about Jack, he was recruited. He was actually never played a snap of tight end in high school. He was an offensive tackle that we projected as a tight end, and just has had a phenomenal 3-year career, has another year left. Just, again, on offense, one of the true teammates and great players we've got, just not only player-wise, but personality-wise. Next guy I want to bring up, as good a personality as Jack has, maybe the biggest personality on the team, is junior Javius Brown, defensive tackle. Come on, Javius. Hey, just in case, it's maybe easier for some of y'all because it's easier for me. I'm not that smart. Juan wears number 4, Jack wears number 85, Javis is number 90.
Yeah. My name is Javis Brown. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm a biology pre-dental major. I think the thing that stood out to me most about this season was that, and I told my coaches, it wasn't just a one-person show. It wasn't a one-man show. It was a collective effort. And anytime that a team can have several good players and not just one person, that just helps us win a lot more. And to see it come into fruition this year, all the work and dedication that we put into the offseason, it was just amazing because, like I said, Sam Houston game, nobody expected us to be here. We were ranked dead bottom in the polls for preseason, and to get to where we are now, it's like, wow. And that's just it. Like I said in my tweet, it comes all down to the last one, like we've done almost every game this season. It always comes down to the last one. So I just want to thank y'all firsthand for doing all that y'all do for us, and I ask y'all for teams to support us and go Bears.
All right, the next guy I'm going to bring up, obviously, is a familiar face, Conway product. Technically, is about to be a senior in the classroom, or is, but a sophomore on the field, which is awesome. And so, what a great opportunity to me. Obviously, nothing official, but I went to bat for him today. Should be player of the year in the conference. I mean, if not offensive player of the year, just a phenomenal year. To me, he can walk out of here as the best quarterback to ever play here, no doubt about it. So I'm gonna bring up Braden Smith.
I'm Braden Smith. I'm a health education major, and just Conway is just a special place to me. You know, when I was in high school and Coach Brown started recruiting me, and started really young, and I guess he saw something that he liked, and I didn't feel like I needed to go anywhere else. The goals that I had is not only as a football player, but as a person, and just the growth that I want to develop and mature. It can all be accomplished here at UCA, and a lot of that credit goes to you guys for supporting us and what you do for UCA athletics. So I want to thank each and every one of you, because my experience here has been amazing. It's been great, and I've only just grown as a football player, but as a person, and just what our coaches do, just invest in our lives outside of football. It's been amazing, and it's also great when you can win like we do here. So again, I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank my teammates, because without them, none of the accomplishments that I have would be possible. So I want to thank y'all, and go Bears.
Now, what he really wants to do is he wants to thank Tyler Hudson. Because all he has to do is throw it in his vicinity, and it's usually brought down. So I've got 2 really cool freshmen with 2 different stories that I brought up here today that are both super impact guys. Tyler Hudson, to me, should be freshman of the year in the conference. I mean, led the conference with 12 touchdowns, right at 1,000 yards. One more game, he'll be over 1,000 yards as a true freshman, 52 catches. Just a phenomenal season that for any receiver, but much less a true freshman. And to do that in the absence of Brandon Myers, losing him the 3rd practice of the season for the year, and then losing Lawan in game 8 in the first half. I mean, we really had to lean on his presence for our offensive tick. So really cool deal. So Tyler, why don't you come up and say a few things? And if y'all didn't see it on Twitter, he got a haircut on the sideline. Saturday after a touchdown.
After that.
Well, good.
My name is Tyler Hudson. I'm from Spring, Texas, and I major in biology right now. So far, what this meant to me, honestly, a blessing. I honestly didn't know where I wanted to go before I got here, and I just talked to my mom all the time, and we prayed on it. We were just sitting there saying, like, God's gonna help me out. He's gonna put me in the right place, the right position, at the right time. And Coach Brown came and told me on my official visit at the hotel, he said that if I sign here, I'll play in big games. I have to be ready to play as a freshman because I'm going to get the shot at the opportunity I wanted. Because I told him I wasn't going to be redshirted because I didn't want to be redshirted. I wanted to play right away. And he's blessed me with that opportunity, and I've taken it to the fullest extent that I can. I want to appreciate my teammates. Man, y'all are really good. I ain't Braylon, I want to thank you for just pushing me on through fall camp, summer, helping me out, teaching me things. We had this one meeting where he went over plays because I didn't know what they were. They were talking about it while we were doing routes, and I was like, what does he even mean? And he ended up telling me how to do that. I've been really good on the field for him, and he's been really grateful with me. And Jack, you know, last game, he told me he wrote 88 on his wristband on accident, so he told me to get him right and make him right, and I did. And so, yeah, that was probably my favorite moment with Jack. And then I know Darren because, well, he's a roommate with one of my good friends, and he's just been really fun for me, and I hope I can see him for the next 3 years. And Juan, really funny guy. Hits really hard. I know I wouldn't want to get hit by him. I make you miss, but Javius, goofy, about 3 lockers down for me. I've been to his house a couple times, had a really good time, and I just can't wait for this season and next season. I thank y'all, and yeah.
Full story real fast about Tyler. So Jordan Montgomery, who was a motivational coach that came in a couple times, he's been invested in our program all year. He came and spent a couple days with us at camp. He met with all of our positions. One really neat story about Tyler is he's a true freshman. He's probably been through 12 practices at this point. Jordan comes up. So one of his deals is he asked the receiver room. He said, who in here is going to lead the team in receptions? One guy raised his hand. It was a true freshman. It was Tyler Hudson. How about that? That's pretty cool. So confident. He doesn't lack in confidence, but he's got enough humility that you can love the kid, right? He's an awesome dude. All right. So next guy I want to bring up is Darren Davenport. Darren, awesome story with Darren. So Darren didn't get here. I'll let him talk maybe a little bit about this, but we recruited Darren in last year's class and actually had planned on, didn't have a spot for him, but planned on what you call gray shirting him. And so basically what that means is we were going to sign him this December. He was going to go part-time at UA Fort Smith, not be a full-time student so that he could be enroll as a freshman this spring. Well, July came around, we had a spot open up on our scholarship list, and we called Darren. He was obviously we knew we wanted him, and we had a need at linebacker. So he shows up a week before camp starts, and now he's going to finish the year as a true freshman. Obviously, the year's not done. Finish the regular season as a true freshman as our third leading tackler. And so this kid's got a bright future ahead of him. But Darren, come on up, man.
Coach Ross said, my name is Darren Davenport. I'm from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And I just want to thank all y'all for coming out and supporting us. They said behind the scenes. And I mean, throughout the summer, they said they're going to gray shirt me. And so throughout the whole summer, I prepared, thinking I was going to come in here in January. And, that changed. And I think God has his plans for me. And so, I prepared. And I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity to come in here as a freshman and giving me the ability to do everything that I'm able to do. And I want to thank Coach Brown for giving me this opportunity to come in here and be a Bear. And thank all my teammates for coming here to support me. Coach Williams, he's probably the smartest coach I've ever been coached by. He pushes me every day to be the best that I am. And I want to really thank him for allowing me to have this great of a season and being the third lead tackler on the team. And like Tyler said, he's my best friend on this team. And Javius, probably the most goofiest person I've ever met. Every day he come out to practice, gets everybody hyped up. He's probably the best hyped person I've ever had on a football team. Braylon, best quarterback ever. Jack, we would always argue because we used to play against him in high school. So we'd always argue about who's better and who has a better team. And Don Juan Jackson. Tyler said probably the hardest hitting safety I've ever seen. Really want to think he's a great leader. Every play, he's always talking to me, telling me he's probably also one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Before every play, he's always telling me, Darren, the ball's coming right here, the ball's coming right here. This play's coming. And I don't think he's ever been wrong. And I just want to thank him he's another guy. He's really helped me throughout the season. He's probably also made me the player that I am today. And I just want to give a huge thanks to him. And go Bears.
That's just a sample size of, we've got about another 110 of them downstairs, that are just like these guys, just great individuals. When you get an opportunity to meet them, shake their hands, love on them, they need it. They're spending the next 4 or 5 years away from their families and trying to win things like this and get a degree at the same time. It's hard work. A lot of us are student athletes in here, y'all understand. So just blessed to have these individuals. This is just a few of them, and again, all of them but one will be back next year. So that's one positive thing you can look forward to. But just an exciting time to be a Bear and a good group of guys. So what I'll do right now, real fast, is I'm gonna bring up the two coordinators, and I'll start with Coach Williams and just let him visit for a minute. He's not made a few words, but I'll tell you what he's done with our defense this year is spectacular. Because you look at the absences we have on defense to even start the year out, plus injuries. It was the Stephen F. Austin game. We moved Justin Morris from defensive end to start the year out to tight end because we had injuries. Then we had to move him back to starting defensive end. He had a huge game, and he just plugs and plays, and that's what being a great defensive play caller is about, and get some guys to play extremely, extremely hard. I mean, I can't tell you how many coaches tell me before games, gosh, y'all play hard. And there's not a better compliment in the world to a coach than being told that your guys play hard. So, Coach Williams.
Just sitting here thinking about something to say. Just think about seeing a lot of familiar faces. I know we talked to some of you guys at Kiwanis Club, talked about at that time how special of a place this is, and talked about the expectations for the defense. And I think we did a great job of living up to that. But as I sat here and listened to everybody talk, one word just kept coming up in my mind is commitment. 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 You guys help these student athletes out. The commitment from the athletic department, and the commitment these young men do day in and day out. Like I said, we talk about Darren, a guy that, was going to be great shirt, was going to come in January, but he continued to work, and his commitment worked out. I remember Coach Brown was like, we got a spot, and I was like, I went back and watched his film. And one thing you don't know about Darren, he came like to the spring game. He came every opportunity, even though he knew he was going to come in January. So that was a big commitment for me to understand that, hey, he's committed. And ever since I've been around the town in Conway, I see a commitment here and everywhere I go. So, and I told you guys, I've been trying to get here for the last 3 head coaches. Now I'm part of it. I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm proud to be a part of this committed community. Like I said, Coach Brown, thank you for the opportunity. We're going to keep going. Like I said, we're going to keep pushing these young guys week in and week out to get that ultimate vision of Coach Brown. When he accepted the job, he said he had one vision in mind. It was to play in Frisco, Texas. And it's our job to continue to push these guys. And like I said, help you guys keep supporting us, because we're gonna pay you tenfold. And like I said, if that end goal is to bring home that thing from Frisco, Texas, we're gonna strive. We gotta get it. Go Bears.
Awesome. So that's the truth. I mean, you can tell commitment's huge, and the crowds for this every week in and week out proves that. And we need commitment on December 7th out there too. For packing that stadium out, it's gonna be fun. So right now, I'm gonna bring up UCA Hall of Famer Coach Ken Collins.
All right, well, I'm standing back there just thinking, all right, how can I enlighten them on our season? And pretty much I got nothing. So it's like, but the one thing, you heard from who you need to hear from, which is our guys. That's what makes this thing go. Dr. Teague has put together an entire athletic program that is nationally respected. We are relevant. And when he hired Coach Brown, he knew what he was doing. And because Coach Brown put together a group of men who are good coaches, but good people and good communicators, great teachers, and all that's great also. But you better be a great recruiter. You better go get these guys to come here, and that's what these two guys have put together, and they deserve this, and these guys deserve this. I said it. Normally, I'm sitting up here taking shots at officials or the little jokes I would have when I would guest speak here for Coach Brown. But just think, I remember sitting here going, I don't know how this is happening. The first half we would do this, and the second half we came out and man, we're emptying the clip and we're boat racing people in the second half, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, everybody makes adjustments, and everybody, but you think about the manner with which we've won these games. How many games have you been to this year or watched, and you after the game, you're just going, oh my gosh, what just happened? And we're the same way, and it's awesome. I mean, it is so cool. The roller coaster of coaching and just college football is awesome. But I can tell you this, we got great guys. I come to work every day enjoying what I do, and the people that I'm with. There's not one person in that staff room that I don't want to be with, and that's pretty rare. And when you can say that, rare things happen. And I think what we've all witnessed this year is something pretty rare, because you don't win game after game after game with the way we do it. And the good thing is it's not over. And I think we're playing well, and I think we're going to play better in our next game than we have the last however many games. So we're excited about it, and it's pretty cool to be a UCA Bear. Pretty dang cool. So let's all enjoy it, and let's eat a good bit over Thanksgiving. Let's get back and win this next game. Let's go Bears.
Pretty cool group of guys right there, and that's what's so fun. Again, I echo what Coach Collins said. Just love coming to work. You know, when you come to work and smile, and whether you're winning or losing, there's something to be said about that. I always talk to our players constantly about football not defining who they are, and that's the truth. If you let football define you, you're going to live a disappointed life. So we've got a bigger picture in mind, and obviously we win more than we lose here at UCA, and that's going to stay consistent. Food tastes a lot better when you win, and days go a lot smoother when you win, but we're not going to let football define us, and that's just the way we're going to approach it, and that's the fun part about this. So a little bit leading into this week, very excited obviously with the top 8 seed. Look, knew we had a shot at it. Obviously when the initial poll came out, I think we were in at 6th or 7th, I can't remember off the top of my head, but knew we had respect from the national media or the national committee as far as that goes. So losing to Southeastern the way we did, we knew that would be a little hiccup, but coming back and playing the last 2 weeks and responding to a loss like that in the manner we were able to do and get a co-championship definitely helped us in the final say-so, I would think. Winning those non-conference games, probably one of the tougher schedules we've ever had here, in my opinion, at least in my career here. Based on 5 of your first 7 on the road, you play 2 FBS opponents, you play a conference champion in Austin Peay. Just a difficult schedule, and these guys weathered the storm and found a way to get 9 Division I wins and be a champion at the end of the day. So very well deserving at 8 seed for our guys. There's no doubt about it. Now, my message to those guys and for anybody that was at the show on Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning is where's UCA lacked here in the last 10 years, last 12, 13 years of Division I era. Well, we've been satisfied at this point. We've been satisfied with this. So it's our goal as a unit and as a coaching staff and as a team to not be satisfied. We won conference championships. Look, congratulations. That's our first goal. But now it's time to make some noise in the playoffs. We got one opportunity to play the winner of Southeastern Missouri and Illinois State. Either way, they're going to wear red, one of the two. So we're going to play a red team, and we've got one opportunity to make history. And then if we take care of that one opportunity, we got another opportunity to make another day of history. And so that's our goal. And so our players are very hungry right now. I sense it. I feel it. I think this team is excited about continuing to play. I feel like in the past we've been satisfied, and that's our goal, is to not be that point. You guys deserve better than that, and that's what we're going to bring you. So that being said, I've changed our schedule up a little bit this week. We've had 2 opportunities in the last 10 years to be a first-round bye team and play into the second round. And we've gone with the same exact schedule both times, and we've laid a big fat egg the second round. And so that being said, we've gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and broke for Thanksgiving with our players, and basically didn't see them again until Sunday evening at our team meeting. So we're going to change that up a little bit. So this week, we're about to go out and have a good practice out there tonight, or this afternoon. We're going to get out there. We're going to get about an hour and a half in. We're going to get better. We're going to focus on ourselves because we don't know who we're playing. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow. Okay, we're going to get better and focus on ourselves and continue to try to improve. Teams that are improving this time of year and continue to pay attention to detail are the teams that are going to continue to win. And that's going to be our goal these next 2 days. We're going to break Tuesday night after practice. So these guys are going to get a chance to go home. They're going to get a chance to probably see their family for the first time since probably July. A lot of them that have been far from home. And if they can't see their family, they're going to pile up with a teammate and probably go home with them. And that's the cool part about being a football player is you've got 110 guys that are going to love on each other and take care of each other. They're going to go home. We're going to give them Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. okay? Just like they're a normal student, we're out of school those days. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna change up Saturday, okay? We're gonna come in and we're gonna simulate a game this Saturday. And you know, the physical side of it's not gonna be there. You know, we're not gonna sit there and take each other to the ground. Braylon's gonna be wearing a red shirt, don't worry. We're not gonna hit Braylon. You know, we're gonna make sure we take care of each other. But at 2 o'clock next Saturday, if you're itching for some football, hey, the stadium gates will be open. If you're itching for some football next Saturday, come out and watch us practice. We're gonna get a good practice in. We're gonna go 2 hours. We're gonna simulate, you know, good on good, stay sharp, don't get complacent. We're gonna play football next Saturday. And that's gonna be a little bit of a change up from what we've done in years past. So, where we may have been that Saturday laid up on the couch watching other teams beat up on each other, we're gonna get out there and we're gonna move around and practice hard at each other and get better. And so, our guys will report back on Saturday morning, or Saturday midday, and we'll get a good practice in, and we'll come back Sunday, and it'll be like a normal week leading up to that point and playing whoever wins that football game. So, it's a great time to be a Bear. Look, these guys right here have earned this, you know, and like I said, you never know what number's gonna step up, but that shows a great team and a great championship mentality, and, you know, that's our goal here year in and year out. With that being said, I'd love to take any questions. I answered it all, huh? Yes, sir.
Are you getting anybody back that's hurt?
Yeah, you know, we're crossing our fingers on Caden Brown. He went down and didn't come back in the Carnot Work game. I believe that's the second quarter. Hoping it's just a stinger. You know, he gets an MRI tomorrow to confirm what the injury is. You know, he's important to us. You know, in the inside, him and AJ just roll in and out of there. That's a 300-pounder we need back. So hopefully, we're crossing our fingers that he'll obviously be out of practice this week, but hopefully we'll get him back. You know, worst case scenario, it's a little bit more severe, and we'll rehab him up and get him ready for the next week or 2020, whatever it is. Other than him, you know, we held out Malik Wilson. He's got an Achilles, a strained Achilles. He wears number 18. Him and Darren kind of play that wheel position for us, which obviously put a strain on Darren. Darren played a lot more snaps than what he's probably played all year on Friday night. But we held Malik out. We should be able to get him back playing and sharp. And then Justin Morris, who I'd actually mentioned earlier, missed the game with a turf toe. He should be fully back by December 7th. So, you know, based on the ones that aren't missing for the year, we should be okay. You know, we're crossing our fingers a little bit for Caden Brown. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape. Yes, sir.
How does being in the playoffs affect your logistics as far as recruiting?
Well, that's a great question, because we actually had a meeting about that this morning and yesterday, and so the way you set your calendar, just, you know, coaches usually work a year in advance. So basically, I'm already scripted for 2020 already. You know, that's just the way it kind of works. You never stop planning. You know, we had a big recruiting weekend set, especially with the early sign-up period for that December 7th weekend. So what we'll do, and we had, you know, probably, you know, 6 or 7 guys committed to coming that weekend. So that's a good problem to have, is calling recruits and tell them, hey, we got a game. We can't, you know, we've got to adjust this calendar. Hopefully we're doing the same thing for the 14th weekend too, you know, and that's a good problem to have. But so what we'll do is we'll actually shift it up. You know, a lot of those kids that come in will be mid-year guys, JUCO guys, maybe some Division I transfers at that point, if they're in the portal and made the decision. We'll have a few high school kids up, but what we'll probably end up doing is do a Thursday through Saturday morning recruiting visit, you know, that weekend, and do the same the next weekend if we're on the road. You know, move it more to the midweek, which that's not ideal. That's not something that you know we would plan to do, but it's a good problem to have. And we fortunately had something we haven't done in the past. This is actually the first year we've done it. We had 5 official visitors come up, 4 or 5 official visitors come up a couple weeks ago. So we've been planning to be playing, and so that's something that logistically is a bit of a change. But when you're making adjustments for wins and you know, the FCS playoffs, that's a good problem to have. We've got, look, I said it last week. I'll continue to say it. Recruiting's at an all-time high. You know, when you're winning, that helps yourself. I mean, I can sit here and talk to these guys in their homes with their moms and dads all I want, but if you don't have winning backing you up and proof and graduating kids, you know, in a university like UCA, you can't recruit. So winning at the clip we're winning and winning championships and doing this, that speaks for itself, and kids want to be a part of that. It's a special time to be a part of UCA. Awesome. Go Bears.
Hello, good afternoon. So I've been lucky to be a part of these things for 13 years. This may have been the best Bearbackers I've ever attended. These guys did a great job. Javis, you did a great job. Javis was my phone call for the Thankathon. So he didn't know who he was calling. That was kind of funny. He didn't know it was me, did you? No. Did you know after I started talking back to you? You figured it out, yeah. You know, I was thinking, Steve was talking about football success since we've been in Division I, and I tallied this up. I may be wrong, but since our first official full conference schedule in 2007, we have the most conference wins of any team in our conference. I think we were tied with Sam Houston going into the year, and obviously we won more than they did this year, so I think that put us ahead by one, so that's pretty neat. And then, you know, we haven't been eligible for the playoffs until 2010, when we were a full active member in Division I. So in the 10 seasons of membership in Division I, we've been to 5 postseason plays, so that's pretty neat as well. And as Coach Brown said, we always lose in the second round, the previous 4, so no more, right?
No more.
Ready to go?
No more.
All right, so thinking of the 2 p.m. kick on December 7th, 2 o'clock kick, we need to sell a lot of tickets, and we want to have a big crowd in there. And so we have met as a staff and are coming up with a lot of good ideas. We've got a lot of incentive for our students to be here, for the Greeks to be here, and for our general fans to be here, so be on the lookout for that. First thing is, though, the box office is open right now, so as you head out, if you're in need of tickets, please stop by there. And do know this, you can buy online anytime, day or night, through game day, but the box office will be closed beginning this evening through next Monday. And so for reserved seat Purple Circle members, you have until next Monday night, a week from tonight, to get your same seat. After that, we're going to open them up to the general public, so please do that, because we want your beautiful faces there in your normal seats. Let's see, you know Ken Collins, and he is our offensive coordinator. Is he still here? There he is. But did you know his daughter signed a beach volleyball scholarship? Yeah! Pretty neat, purple through and through. All right, what have I neglected? Is there something else I was going to talk about? Daryl, we good?
The basketball, talk about the basketball game moving next Saturday.
Well, yeah, so thinking we may host a game this coming Saturday. We had moved it to noon, but now it's back to 1, the original schedule. So on November 30th, it is at 1 o'clock, women's basketball. But now December 7th, we also have a women's basketball game, and since we're playing the football game at 2, women's basketball is at 7. So 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And we'd love for everybody in the football game to go in the basketball game. So have a great Thanksgiving. Go Bears!
Go Bears!
Go Sugar Bears! Bears all time.